academics. Joel, tell me about the Kingdom Life Academy.
And so the purpose of it is we're targeting students that are at risk, that are in danger of dropping out of school, that cannot, traditional education is not working for them, but they cannot afford a private education. And we're a very specific niche. And we want to reach these kids that are on the verge of dropping out and becoming a liability in our community and transform that.
Well, that's not an easy job. That doesn't sound like a job I want to sign up for.
It's challenging.
Yeah.
And I'm watching particularly boys drop out of school in their hearts.
Yeah.
Because the traditional education to sit and get all day was not working for them. And they needed the hands-on, real-life experience. And so God began to change me and help me to change my educational approach and to put more of the control into their hands, empowering them. Yeah. And then they begin to take responsibility because the school was tough and we had young men more and more dropping out in their hearts because it was sit and get all day. And it was aggression, we had drugs going on in our school, fights, it was out of control. And out of that, we started the Men of Issachar and started reaching these young men. And I began to see that with the hands-on real-life experience and giving them the responsibilities of life, then they were thriving. But at the same time, they were failing in the traditional academics. We've been donated 23 acres that we are now in the preparation of building our school. Right now, our school is located at our church, but within the next month, we'll be actually starting construction in the North Tyler area, right next to the middle school where I was working. So it's in the heart of the community that we want to serve and rescue these young people. But we want to break the spirit of entitlement because we're raising up a generation that feels like the world owes them something. And we want to turn that and teach them to serve rather than to be served, serve. And recognize the importance of giving back and working for what's given to you. You ask my students, what does PIW mean? They're going to tell you it means putting in work, because we work and we let parents come in and students coming in, you're going to work. They run their own kitchen, they have their food handling license, they cook their breakfast and lunch, they do their own shopping, they create their own menus. It is the empowerment, and we want to maximize every opportunity that we can within our educational process, within our program, to empower them, to give them responsibility. And when they make mistakes, they learn from that, right? I was just talking about how they messed up because we had a shifting of team members within the context of the food service program, and they didn't buy enough eggs this week, right? And so they ran out of eggs. I said, I'm not going to buy eggs. That's your problem. You know, you guys have to figure that. What are you going to do for breakfast? And so now they're figuring out things. They're problem solving, but they're taking responsibility for their choices. And we want to teach them to give back. Yeah, you're poor. I mean, our students are poor. And they're coming from hard backgrounds. Most of our students, we have 3 that have been abandoned by their parents, mother and father. You know, other people are raising them. But we don't want them to use that as an excuse. And we want to put them in the opportunities and responsibilities where they can serve. We're in the nursing home every Friday, singing, interacting, serving the residents there. We've connected with the Tyler City Code Enforcement, and they contact us and give referrals when they come into disabled and elderly people who can't clean their yards up and on the verge of receiving a citation from the city. And we go and do the work for free. And it's hours of hard work, but sometimes backbreaking work. But our students do it because they see, again, as we're talking about, the blessing of watching the joy and the tears of someone who couldn't help themselves, and they're able to go out and serve them and meet those needs. Because young people want to be empowered. They want to know that they can make a difference. And we want to give them those opportunities to make a difference in the lives of others.
Joel, you should get somebody who's passionate to talk about your school. I mean, he's on the edge of his seat the whole time. I'm like, go, keep going. So how are they doing academically now?
They're doing well. It's amazing because, again,
what's your graduation rate?
We're about to graduate our first 2. We just started. We're in our 4th year. And the same thing with Jaquan McKenzie. He'll tell you, if he was sitting here today, you ask, what would you be if it were not for Kingdom Life Academy? He'd be locked. I'd be locked up. Because I was in trouble. I was in trouble constantly, breaking in the cars, in the vehicles, stealing, all these different things going on as he lived in this apartment complex because he grew up without a dad. Matter of fact, he's not even living with his mom anymore because she was negligent. And he knew, and likewise, he was failing all of his classes. He could care less about school. But now within the context of Kingdom Life Academy, he's been empowered, he's been challenged, and he's finishing this year as well with a certificate in HVAC, heating, air conditioning, and ventilation. And he's ready to go to work. Ready to go to work.
So what are they doing for you?
They're going to come and help us in our garden. We have about a 6,000 square foot garden that our students are working on. And we're a small school. We've been basically overwhelmed, really. We have 8 students, and we need help. and helping us weed and plant and put in compost, because one of the things that we want to, our students are harvesting and they're using in their kitchen the vegetables, the produce that they're actually producing. So they're going to come out and really work with us and work alongside of our students, and which I feel like is going to be a big opportunity for us. Okay.
We're all going to do it if
I
you
want
do
our
it.
students to meet other people that, because they live in this closed world of poverty and many times of hopelessness, and to be able to see there are people that are willing to come out from all over the country to serve alongside of them and to bring them encouragement and hope and say, you're not in this alone. And we want to serve with you and to be able to build relationship. That's what I'm excited about. It's great that they're going to help us, but they're going to, with the physical aspect, but more than that, it's relational. It's relationship, because people matter. And we want them to see that and experience that firsthand.